What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Dean Thomas Fight Court podcast channel, but we're doing some combat chat today, myself and King Mo. What's up, homie?
What's going on, Quinn?
Nothing. You know, it's funny. I got to change that. Over the last few months, like I caught you and Dean doing it too. And people at work, nobody really calls me Quinn anymore. Everyone calls me by my first name. I don't know, like maybe we're getting older. I don't know what it is. People are calling me Ryan again. I'm like, oh, all right. Like,
it's a sports thing.
Yeah.
Because remember, in sports, coming up, the coach called you by your last name.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's just, yeah. So like it went from Ryan to Quinn organically, and now it's like shifting back from Quinn to Ryan organically. It's whatever. I mean, I don't care. Like I answer to anything. But,
I call you both.
Yeah, Quinn Swoggle. Yeah. Actually, I talked about that story recently. But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna be here. We're gonna BS on whatever's going on in combat sports. But we're going to start with. There's been some stuff going on with pro wrestling and WWE. There's a lot going on behind the curtain there that it's like a lot of uncertainty. People are talking about like Triple H being on his way out in the next 18 months. But you know, and I already know what you're going to bring up with, and I think I'm shifting back in that direction. I haven't watched AEW in a little while. Well, actually, that's not true. I haven't been engaged in AEW in a while. I always have it on, but so like R-Truth, last week he tweeted that, or he posted that they're not renewing his contract, and bam, he shows up at Money in the Bank. And then afterwards, Triple H, which I thought they were interesting when WWE first did the post-match like conferences. Now I think they're dumb. I don't, I'm old school, but I don't like how he's like, oh, it was all part of the plan. It's like, I don't want to know. I don't think that we should know. I think this is pro wrestling, and that's part of it, is that mystique that we don't know. Like I said, Stone Cold Steve Austin was on Ariel Helwani saying how it's like a magician. I know it's an illusion, but I don't want to know how the sausage is made, so to speak. And I think it should stay that way. How do you feel about the direction pro wrestling's going with?
Hold on, please. My bad. Hold on.
Yeah, all right. We can wait. People commenting? Comments are on.
My bad. I got somebody in here. My boy's painting. I got somebody painting. So.
No worries.
My bad.
We just went through that. Yeah. So what do you feel about all that? The direction pro wrestling's going with letting people know, or WWE is AEW is not.
AEW doesn't, but sports entertainment. That's what it is. It's sports entertainment. I feel like sometimes you can cash out from what you show on screen as well as what you show behind the screen.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like I feel like maybe when you drop little nuggets, it might keep people engaged and keep people thinking. But at the same time, I think that you do not want to reveal the secrets of what's being done, because then it kind of downplays what you've been working on.
Yeah, it's like a play. It's like I feel that always differentiated it. I just personally feel it's a short-term solution. Like, oh yeah, it's exciting at first, but then it's like, oh, well, they're just going to explain what's really going on after. And I don't want to know about any of that. Kane and Undertaker are still brothers. Could you imagine if that was going on now? And then they're like, no, they're not really brothers. Actually, this was Sir Isaac Yankem. This was the dentist Isaac Yankem. And now we just repackaged him as Kane. It's like, nobody wants to hear that.
No, nobody does. Well, maybe 15 years down the line, 20 years down the line. That's cool. Maybe when enough time's passed, that would be a good thing to reveal to the fans, but you don't want to do it right away.
Yeah.
You let it breathe. Let it breathe. Give it some time. Let it marinate, and then let them see it.
Yeah, so that's how I feel about it. What's the big storylines in AEW right now that I got to focus in on?
So it's Team AEW versus the Death Riders and the Young Bucks.
Anything with the Young Bucks is good.
Yeah, so right now you got Swerve Strickland and Adam Hangman Page are beefing still. Adam Hangman Page will be facing Jon Moxley for the belt. I forgot which pay-per-view. The one coming up. I forgot.
Does Moxley still bleed every night?
No, not as much, but his matches are still good.
That was getting out of control.
And Will Ospreay is trying to gather forces to face the Death Riders and the Elite. So or the VPs or EVs, whatever they're called.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I gotta
man,
get on it.
it's good, man. Like I like what I'm seeing. I'm still MJF is still amazing, but he's with the Hurt Syndicate, so that's a great team up right there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty intriguing to see what's going to be done because when you're dealing with MJF, you're dealing with the snake. He's the devil, So you never know what you're going to get with MJF.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still think he's the best in the game right now.
I agree.
And I hope he doesn't go to WWE anytime soon. I think that they'll ruin him like they ruined Nakamura.
I can't say because things change, and maybe he might be the one to go back when he gets there. He could change the culture. He could bring back, the Attitude Era because his promos are one of a kind.
Yeah,
he's pretty out there. He's pretty impressive with his wordplay.
He's pretty good with the anti-hero type spiel. It's pretty good. All right, so what else is going on? Well, there's a lot going on, but what's on your mind right now to talk about?
Well, you seen the fights just happen?
Yeah,
I missed them because I was flying from the CFFC. Jason Eastman lost a tough one to Bilal Hassan.
I meant to ask you about that. How'd it go?
Bilal Hassan, he's legit. He's long, rangy, has a good jab, has great kicks. He's a vast variety of wide array of kicks, spinning kicks, teeps, head kicks, body kicks, calf kicks. He does everything. Spinning back fist. He's pretty unpredictable. But Jason put pressure on him, took him down, pushed him to the edge, almost got him with the heel hook a few times. But Bilal was pretty resilient, and he fought on and went on to stop us in the fourth with a body kick and then a wide array of punches to the head. And
it was a title fight?
Yeah. We couldn't intelligently defend ourselves, so the referee jumped in and stopped it. But it was a great fight.
And where was it? South Dakota?
North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Yeah.
Is that where he's from, Eastman?
No, he's from Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's been having issues looking for fights for a while, even when I was over there. He's a tough kid. And that just shows right there how tough it is to come up because you got to go into these other people's playgrounds if you don't have one of your own, especially if you're relocated and you're training down here or wherever, and you got to just take that shot sometimes against somebody like that. But that's good. Maybe what we'll do is we'll bring back the felon and we'll use him. What's his name? Yeah. Bilal Hassan?
Bilal Hassan. He's he's like an entertainer. He comes out to Michael Jackson. When he wins, he does a flip and does the moonwalk, or does a moonwalk then a flip or something like a backflip. It's pretty entertaining. Just his style. When he gets to the UFC, he could be a champion or a contender.
Yeah, awesome. So who else you working with that's got stuff coming up?
I got Rizvan Kunayev. He's fighting Curtis Blades in Azerbaijan. Wow, that's gonna be a tough one. Mm-hmm. Curtis Blades is a great wrestler, grappler. He's been in the game for a while. He's a UFC vet. He's a top 5 fighter. So
yeah,
we have to be on our P's and Q's and be prepared for a battle.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Very busy. Very good. All right, but yeah, you mentioned the fights, so let's just get to the one that is most, I guess, relative to your camp. American Top Team. What was the buzz going into the week, whatever, with Kayla, with everything? I mean, everyone must have been pretty confident. It kind of went according to plan from what I saw.
Yeah, Juliana's tough, but she's not. She's a tough athlete. She's a good athlete, but she's not world class like Kayla is. Most she is in fighting, but Kayla isn't fighting as well as judo, as well as her mindset. So, and she's big. She's athletic, and everyone figured that she'd go out there, control her, take her down and beat her up, and then possibly submit her. And that's what happened.
It's kind of like Jeff Mayweather hates this quote, so I love using it. Juliana fights great, but Kayla's a great fighter. Jeff's like, that's the same thing. Why? Huh? And then I say, where'd they come up with that? Like, that was in Rocky. He goes, oh, of course, of course. But no, I mean, she looked really good. The game plan. I even Juliana with her game plan. I thought she was gonna try and just come out like she does, like kind of spastic, just be, keep those hips moving and just really just try to. I thought she was gonna snag round one. That was my initial, but she clearly was disciplined. She wanted Kayla to go into the later rounds, try to win those. That was clearly part of the game plan. Smart game plan didn't work out though. I guess it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback, but I I thought she had a smart. I thought that was a better game plan because as soon as she did engage, she got caught up. So my game plan wasn't. It would have ended the exact same way, clearly. And then Amanda came in the cage after. Amanda was on our show a few days ago, and before, and the whole game plan is, they're gonna fight. I feel like it's almost like everyone was training through Juliana to get to Amanda. But it's been like that for years. It's not even like Juliana's just in the place there. Any buzz behind that at the gym, or I mean, probably just excitement, right?
Well, not yet, because don't forget, Amanda was retired for 2 years.
Yeah.
And there have been rumblings, but rumblings mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Rumblings are just that until a contract gets signed, and even then, it's still rumblings. It's a face-off. But until a contract signed, then that means nothing. The face-off's cool. Face-offs are great.
Mm-hmm.
Great hype.
Yeah.
But until there's a contract signed, then when contracts are signed, that's when I get excited.
Yep.
You can get some excitement with the possibility, but there are thousands and millions of possibilities for fights.
Absolutely.
But when that contract gets signed, that one possibility is a go, barring injury.
Yeah. I remember the last one with big hype. Well, not UFC. It clicked in my head, Tito and Rampage, and how that fight did that fight ever happen? That fight never happened, right?
No, never happened. It was set to happen. They teased it because they had the guy, is it Juanito?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Juanito Ibarra was like training both of them, and I guess I'm not sure if they had a falling out. I'm not even sure because who knows? That was so long ago.
Yeah,
and,
it was.
That was back when they had the team punishment, and I'm not sure if Quentin was ever part of that team, so I couldn't speak on that.
Yeah. That never came to fruition. What else? Was there any boxing on this weekend?
Yeah, Justice Hooney versus Fabio Wardley, which was a great fight. Because Justice Hooney beat a guy I used to spar with by the name of Andrew Tabiti.
I remember that name.
My ass. Bad. He's too fast for me.
Uh-huh.
Justice Hooney, I think he's from Australia, trains at Justin Fortune at the Fortune Gym in LA. I used to train with Justin Fortune many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Justice Hooney has good feet. He has good hands, good footwork, good hand speed, good accuracy, but no power. Fabio Wardley, he was 16-0 with 15. Actually, no, he was 17-0 with 16 knockouts. Was losing every fight. I mean, every round of the fight. My bad. Every round of the fight, every second of the fight, going into the 12th round, and landed that one knockout blow. Came from behind, down. He was down big, getting beat up. Threw a Hail Mary counter. He threw a counter punch, counter right hand, and timed Justice Hooney throwing his right hand. Sat him down. Justice couldn't stand up and beat the 10 count. He stood up and the referee waved it off. But if he would have stood up, he could have won the fight. Granted, if he would have survived, but that was right now I'm seeing an exodus of boxing. It's big in America, but it's far bigger in the UK and other continents. Same thing with MMA. Mm-hmm. MMA is big in America, but I feel like it has more hype over in Australia, Asia, and Europe.
Agreed. I feel like they're really getting behind it over there, and MMA is kind of floating. Well, there's also more people over there now, more notable fighters from there in MMA anyway, and well, boxing too, really. But in MMA, I think that's helping it. But it's good. It's good for the global brand at the end of the day. That's the biggest thing. So what are you working on? I know you're working on some stuff that I can't wait to see, can't wait to be part of. What's some things you're coming out with?
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel,
Mhm.
The King's Corner. I'm gonna be releasing a few videos a week, um, some little tidbits, nuggets, dropping some information, coaching information, judging, tactics, techniques, my opinion on things, just a little bit of everything. Some humor, some skits. I'm
Mhm.
gonna just throw everything out there. See what sticks. Have fun with it.
Yeah. That's, that I when I started the first YouTube channel, that's kind of what I did. And I got really into the fight breakdowns. And I think that's something that we add better than normal people in MMA media or YouTube, whatever is, we know what adjustments to make. Like we know how to look, and it ends up being a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to a lot of that stuff, like videos on adjustments and things like that.
Yeah.
But what else is going on? Oh, we were texting while I was in the text. There's some new stuff coming out from Marvel, but I wasn't. What's going on there?
Yo, the Black Panther
Oh God,
is
yeah,
transracial.
dude.
He's the white black. Hold on. So is the black White Panther or the white Black Panther?
Is that the story behind it?
Yeah, he's white with blonde hair and blue eyes. So
Is it Ryan
well,
Gosling? Who are they using?
he might be Mephisto.
Oh God,
Uh, I don't know. I'm
dude.
just throwing it out there. But
Yo,
here's the thing, right? I'm cool with it. Just make it make sense. I guess, but like, how can T'Challa have a baby that's blonde
dude.
haired and blue eyed?
I'm just telling you right now. I don't think I'm cool with it.
Well,
Like,
I'm just saying,
dude.
like,
No, like
if
even,
that's
dude. Even like. All right, so this is probably a bad example because I didn't even see the newer Fantastic Four, but Human Torch and Invisible Woman, brother and sister, and then in the recent one, Human Torch was black and she was white. Was he adopted? Was she adopted? Did you see it,
now, hell no,
dude?
hell.
So
Listen,
so like why do that? Like why change it if what they could have done? I mean, if they wanted to reuse Robert Downey Jr., they should have just brought back his role from Tropic Thunder and made him Black
what
Panther. But
you mean?
huh?
These people,
Yeah.
these people.
Yeah, they should have used that. But like, no, like what they just do is they should just pretend he's black. Just don't there. Just or maybe come out that he's adopted in the sequel or something because it's just it's so ridiculous. I don't know.
The thing is, look, it's comics.
But there's
It's
certain things that just
comics.
don't.
Comics are fantasy. They're fake. It's a story. Like, I mean, is there a Phoenix for real?
Maybe,
Galactus? you know,
maybe.
oh, it's still alive. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I understand what they're trying to do because maybe it might mean something else. It might be an alternate universe. It might
Mhm.
be a spell that's casted to where they see. We don't know the storyline. We don't know anything. We just know the premise of what they released to us. A small premise, a small hint, it was nothing, just a little tidbit. They didn't tell us his name. They just said what he looks like, and that was it.
All right, I promise you I'll be open-minded. It's too much. I saw that like a week ago or something. I was like, I'll go back to that. And then when you
I
sent
thought
that,
it
I
was
was
a
like,
joke.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought it was something on Facebook. It was a joke, and then oh, but now I remember Swamp Thing. Like I loved it. Nobody else liked it, but I remember there was a cop on there. He was black. He could have been biracial, but he had two white parents. And we found out, and it was just like they just kind of like rolled with it and didn't
Yeah,
and didn't. I was like, all right, like I guess we can go with it.
yeah.
Like I don't know, yeah, like
It could be bad acting, bad writing. It could be a myriad of things.
yeah,
So
yeah. All right, we roll with it. But all right, man. That's really all we got. We're gonna keep doing these every other Sunday. Is there anything else you want to add before? We're looking forward to the YouTube channel. That's for sure.
man, honestly, this week was kind of there was so much hype behind the fights this weekend that when they hit, they're so one sided that sometimes when it's a good back and forth battle, people speak on it. But these two fights would seem like they were. I was seeing the highlights, and from what I saw, they were just very decisive victories on for both fighters. So I'm hoping they can. Patchy Mix.
Patchy Mix, yeah.
No, like I think maybe just didn't have proper preparation. They took the fight on like 3 weeks' notice. Who knows how long it was? But a lot of times the UFC jitters can be a thing for some people, especially when you ain't fought in over a year. And Patchy Mix was coming off a year layoff, so that many things. So I'm hoping this next fight he can show the true Patchy Mix and go out there and get a submission victory like he always does.
Mario Batista did look good, but it still looked like Patchy lost that fight. Mario didn't win that fight. That makes sense. Like he was like, what is he doing? Like he's just kind of standing there. So hopefully, he comes back. He's got to represent us in Bellator in the UFC. That's what people are running with. That's another narrative I can't stand.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. All right, homie. We'll keep doing this. It might not even be on Sundays, right? We might just do it like randomly. Like, hey, you got some time?
If something pops up.
Yeah.
If something pops up and it's worth talking about, we can do a quick rant, bam, bam, and that's it.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let us know what you want to see next. Later.